Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me this week. We're in the 8th week of spring, and I know I missed a couple of weeks, so thank you for your patience, but I'm back today to do a card pull. This one I am pre-recording to upload, so I'm not on live, but same information. So as I've done each of the last other weeks that we've done this, I've gone into the energy for the day for those that I thought would be receiving this message. And I've drawn one card from each of the seasonal energies. And those of you that are familiar with this already know that this is coming from my book, Authentically You, Season by Season, Authentically You, a journey into self-discovery and transformation. And today, I'm actually working now on a prototype for the card deck that I hope to create with this same material. So speaking of the card deck, let me go ahead and share my screen for you so we can get on with our cards today. These are the images that will appear on the cards on the card deck. And so we've been using these as a way to help you be guided by your inner guidance for which message is right for you on the particular day. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. And just imagine that all of your inner energy is coming to collect around the center of your chest, around that heart chakra area. Take another deep breath in and out, and silently tell your body to relax. And then maybe one more final deep breath in and out. And now open your eyes and looking at the screen, allow yourself to be drawn to one of these images. It may not be the one that you find to be the prettiest. It may not be the one that makes you think of your favorite season, just which image seems to be pulling you in today. Okay, and now that you've got that, I'm going to go through with the cards that I've just pulled. So if this image here was the one that you were drawn with today, the image with the snowflake, this is the message that's coming through for you. Don't be afraid to change your mind. The power to choose drives the direction of our lives. We also have the ability to change our minds when we sense that a new choice will serve us better. What you believe today doesn't have to be limited by what you have believed in the past. Don't be afraid to make a new choice. When I pulled this card today, I realized that I myself am in the process of doing that. There is so much information out there in the world that conflicts. And the best thing we can do for ourselves, I feel like, is to stay in alignment with our own inner truth, but keep an open mind to what we're receiving. And so as we receive information from outside ourselves, we need to always consider how that information is coming to us and possibly the motive of the person sharing. But I believe if we stay connected to the truth of who we are inside ourselves, if we stay committed to truth, and if we ask to be guided by our inner guidance to what is real, then we don't have to be afraid of changing our mind when we're presented with a new idea. It can feel threatening to change our mind when there's something that we've believed for a very long time, because it kind of creates a low-level identity crisis for us. We identify so much with what we believe that sometimes it's unsettling for us when we consider a new thought or a new choice. But I would suggest to you that as we move through this life experience, we aren't meant to stay in one place our entire 70, 80, 90, or maybe even 100 years. So if you're faced with a new possibility, if you feel your beliefs opening into a new area, just check in with your inner guidance, and then truly don't be afraid to make a new choice. So the next image would be this one here with the tulip. If this is the one that you were drawn to, this message today from that energy is stop comparing yourself to others. We cannot be the unique individuals we were created to be if we are always looking to the lives of others for agreement. Constantly comparing ourselves to those around us is a form of self-rejection. Look at yourself with honesty, love, and appreciation. Be who you are with apology to no one, including yourself, I will add, and bloom with abandon. How many times have I looked at what someone else is doing in their life, especially in their business, and thought, that's the way I should be doing it. This is the way I should be living my life. These are the ways I should be making my choices about my personal life or about my business. We were not created to be unique individuals to sit around and bemoan not being exactly like someone else. And the real power that we have to live for ourselves and to be who we're meant to be for the rest of the world is in being who we truly are. And if we're constantly weakening ourselves through confusion and doubt by comparing ourselves to what other people are choosing, then we're not living the truth of who we are. We're not living in our greatest power, and we're not living with the purpose that we have for being part of the betterment of the world, the bringing ourselves to the world for what it is we can share. Okay, next image down here in the lower left-hand corner, the beautiful blossom with all of that beautiful pink and red and yellow. The message, if that's the image that drew you in today, is trust and follow your intuition. Intuition is the guidance system for the soul's journey. It always leads us in ways that keep us aligned with what we've been chosen. Excuse me, let me start that over. It always leads us in ways that keep us aligned with what we've chosen for our higher purpose. Listen to your intuition. Trust the messages you receive and have the courage to follow its direction. I believe that this is the most empowered and joyful way we can live, is to stay connected to our intuition. Release any doubts around the messages that we have there. Now, in order to do that, you have to be clear as to whether this is coming from your intuition or this is coming from your self-doubt. If that's something that you need help with, there are many of us out there that can help you do that. Before I began really living my life from my intuition, once I did, I looked back on how I'd been living before, and the only way I could describe it was I was living my life by committee. I would go to 4 or 5 different people every time I had a serious decision to make and explain the situation to them and see what they thought. But the problem with that is if you talk to 3 people, you get 3 perspectives. And if you talk to 5 people, you get 5 perspectives. And then you just end up more confused. And if, like me, you tend to want to please the people around you through your empathic nature, now you're going to lose. Because if you do agree or receive the suggestion from one person, you're going to be possibly offending or being worried about offending or letting down the other people. So don't live your life by committee like I used to. Live your life by your intuition. And then finally, the last image down here of the beautiful fall leaves. The message for that energy today is peel back the layers. The most significant challenge we face in our personal evolution is keeping our true nature from being buried under other people's images of who we are. In order to thrive, we must be bold enough to reveal our true colors. Peel back the layers of other people's perspectives of who you are and claim your sovereignty. I don't even know if I have anything else more to say about this today. If this isn't clear to you, what I would have to say is imagine I'm getting this image of a young child playing dress up in one of her parents' clothes and just putting on those shirts and sweaters and hats and shoes and things that are too big and completely engulf her body and hide who she really is. As a child, that might be a fun game to play, but as a habit for life, letting yourself be completely covered over with someone else's perspective is not going to allow you to live a life of freedom. It's not going to allow you to shine. It eventually is going to be very suffocating. So let's take a look back at the 4 that we had today. Don't be afraid to change your mind. Stop comparing yourself to others. Whoops, I'm so sorry. Trust and follow your intuition and peel back the layers. As so often happens when I do these card pulls, it seems to me like these are a perfect little foursome. If I had to sum this up, I would say release other people's expectations and views of who you are. Live your life by your intuition without comparing yourself to what other people are doing, because that interrupts that internal message that's coming from the heart of who you are. And then when you find that you're having a perspective shift, don't be afraid to change your mind. Don't be fearful of what other people are going to think about that, and just move forward with your own direction. So I'm going to stop the share. I hope that was helpful for you today. I so appreciate those of you who have been showing up here or watching later. If you have any questions about anything I've said, I'd be more than happy to answer those. And I'll see you back here next week for week 9 of spring. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.